Before we start the video, I'm a guest here in Thailand, so I can't make any judgments or anything like that about Thailand. Okay, as I am a guest in the country, and as a guest, I treat the place with the manners that I would as any guest. Now, being British from the UK, I think I've got a right to say pretty much, hopefully within limits, what I like. All right. Okay, so it's up to you whether you think that the BBC documentary was good or bad or damning. But I feel that I have come from a country which has got a huge amount of double standards. All right. Okay, so the documentary, was it something that would create change, or was it something that would, in fact, create negative exposure? Okay, because sometimes any exposure is good exposure, so isn't it? All right, or was it was BBC Three, so nothing against the people that made it, okay, because I do creative stuff and to stand apart from others and do creativity is a good thing, all right. But was there an element of young people's naivety um, in making a documentary that came over as a generalization for me? All right, okay. But the actual quality of it was second to none. British broadcasting is the best in the world. All right. And sadly, the BBC on production level and post production level, that documentary was a world beating documentary, and the girl who presented it was very good. All right, and her only experience before, by all accounts, was on the program Love Island. Okay, which is not the best of television. All right. Um, but UK, let me think about the UK. I mean, it's in turmoil at the moment. You've got people taking sides, all right. Personally, I'm not into right wing, what they call right wing nowadays. To me, it's not the right wing. It's capitalism. Um, the right wing used to be the National Front, who were out and out racists, who worked on a lot of hatred and dehumanization. Okay, this right wing now are very much the sharp end to capitalism, which I wouldn't overly call right wing. All right, um, but personally, I mean, like I said, my views are to the left. I'm from an army family. Okay, my grandfather was at Dunkirk. He was later wounded on the banks of the Rhine when his truck was hit by German artillery fire, and he was one of the liberated troops at Belsen concentration camp. So as a family, we don't do right wing things because he saw the sharp end of it. Okay, which was appalling. All right, genocide. Okay, so my father and my uncle were both regular army. My uncle was some guards, and my father, who was the rebel of the family, was a shop steward where he worked, and could be very left wing back in the 70s. And so I've grown up with a huge respect for the British Army, but I do feel for the vulnerable, the needy, those who can't make it in life. Okay, those who need help, those who need support, because it only takes a few accidents, disabilities, this, that, and the other, and you will struggle, okay, in any society. All right, and I do feel for those people. Okay, I was a big fan of. I'm not into Blairite things, but I was a big fan of Andy Burnham. I thought he would have made a very good prime minister. I'm not going to make any remarks at Keir Starmer for obvious reasons, but I did like Andy Burnham. I thought he was very well rounded, political guy. And at the time, they had Gordon in charge of the Labour Party, and I was like, oh, no, no, no. The old ladies won't go for it. No, because he's been what it was. He's a bit sort of forthright, bit more than that. And the old ladies didn't like him. It was like that guy in France, Macron. The old ladies love him. Yeah, he's well turned out, suited booted, and he's a sort of like political Jean-Paul Belmondo type character. And all the older people love him, I should imagine. All right, he's decent dressed and this, that, the other. Um, and Burnham would have been the same. He would have been liked by the older age group. I mean, you've got these young guys out on the street at the moment, angry young men, marching over issues, and they're not impressed by the current government at all, which is a shame because we have got a Labour government, and it remains to be seen. Uh, Issues over housing, education, and the NHS. I want to. That's what I want to see from this current Labour government. Okay, issues over immigration should be dealt with on a legal level. All right. Okay. It's they play politics over it. They do. All the Western countries play politics over it, and it should be legally done, to my mind, not something to play politics over. Um, but yeah, Burnham, I would have. I was more of a fan of. Okay, I didn't know a lot about the current prime minister. Okay, and I still don't know a lot about him now. He's not yet, like I say, it is early days, but he is yet to roll out the housing, education, and NHS uh, policies that he will hopefully reform for people. I mean, like I say in the video, I was born in a council house, all right, okay, in my grandfather's council house. Um, I went to the local state junior school, right, and then the comprehensive school. I walked out with nothing, and I was lucky to get an apprenticeship in the aero engineering um, industry. All right, so I was lucky. All right, okay. I've done more things since. Okay, my sister was the first to get a degree in our family, and there's this attitude where you pass a couple of exams in the 70s and you walk into the middle class. I don't think so. I saw my sister work hard, right? I sat back at school and did nothing, thinking I will do it all later on. And I did. I got a postgraduate diploma. Yes, I did. But, okay, I've had to do some jobs in my life, 12 to 15-hour shift, things like that, all right? My sister, she got herself a degree and she got herself a professional job. All right, okay. But you at a work, there was none. Not. It's not what they say. It's not that. So, all right. So, like I said, it's you make your own decisions about what I'm going to say about the documentary. But please, please, please come and visit Pattaya because the people here will make your holiday uh, very, very pleasant for you. Okay, and now into the video. Hello and welcome to Thailand's Alive at 45. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and follow for more great holiday videos. I'm in Pattaya, and this is in reference to the BBC True documentary that went out a couple of weeks ago. I watched it actually. BBC, very good quality television, world beating. I didn't rate that